CoastLife, we've got so many incredible small business owners here along Delmarva's coast, and maybe you're thinking, you know what? That's something I would like to tackle too, but you have no idea where to start. You're not alone, and luckily there are some experts out there to help you. We've got Tom Thunstrom joining us on the CoastLife couch, the Center Director with Delaware Small Business Development Center.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Tom, I want to start because I think that sometimes people get it a little bit confused. What is a small business, all the way from the smallest to what is a pretty big business that still counts as a small business?
So the long and short answer, the federal definition is any business with 500 and fewer employees or 20 million and less in sales.
So that's just a lot of the businesses.
Down here, it's about 98% of all businesses. So we say we basically can help with anybody except for big chicken, big bank, or big hospital. A little bit too big for us.
But everything else, that falls under your purview then.
Correct.
So let's talk about what you guys do and how you kind of help folks make their small business dreams come true.
Sure. So we work with businesses from aspiration mode, which means I woke up this morning saying, hey, I want to open a taco truck, to I've been in business for 50 years, I'm thinking of retiring, the kids don't want this, what do I do?
What's the next step?
How do I wind this thing down, transition it either to management or put the thing up for sale? So we can work with businesses at any stage of the way through getting them up in business, or let's say they want to sell it or they want to expand or grow. We can help them out with that advice and with helping them get to a bank for financing at no cost. They've already paid for this because we're funded by the SBA and by the state of Delaware.
Oh, awesome. So say, for example, somebody woke up with a dream of wanting to open a rooftop roller rink and they had no idea where to start. Say, for example, that happened. What would sort of be the first steps of getting hold of you guys and then making that dream a reality?
Sure. So there's a couple of things we would tell them. One, if they've never started a business or run a business before, we have webinars that we do twice a month called How to Start a Business. So we talk about the importance of getting a business plan put together because that's critical. You need to have an idea of what this is going to look like and how that rooftop roller rink, how we're going to make this work. But then also, once they do the webinar or go to the webinar, they can get some information on what types of business entities are in Delaware, the steps of getting it established, and then they can request advising with us directly. And then what we'll do is we'll go through the weeds of their business plan, we'll tighten it up, we'll clean it up. If they need to go to the bank for a loan, help them get their financial projections in order because they need to have an idea of how much money this rooftop roller rink's going to make.
Probably quite a bit.
Hopefully a ton. And then get it off to the bank so that they approve the loan.
Fantastic. So from that point on, maybe you've successfully done all of those first steps. The roller rink opens, and all of a sudden you've got 8 million other follow-up questions. Are you guys available to answer those questions?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is very much like Hotel California. You never leave us. You can always come back. We do have clients that have been with us 15, 20 years. And sometimes with some of the beach businesses, it's something just as simple as they email in October and tell us that their year was good, their beach season was good, or I had a rough year and I just need a little bit of advice on how we make it better for the next year. So we can work with businesses wherever they're at in their journey.
Is there anything that you would say is a common question that people come to you with? Is there something that you guys see a lot of?
Yeah, I think I'll say there's two answers to that. The first one is we have a lot of people who want to get a big loan. They don't have enough money to get started. When somebody's starting a business, you do have to put some skin in the game. So you're going to have to put in at least 10%, more often 20% of the total project. So if your rooftop roller rink is $1 million, plan on at least $100,000 that you're going to have to come up with. So
write that down.
Yep, write that down. I think the other thing too is sometimes credit. Credit's kind of important because if you're going to get financing from a bank, they got to trust you.
Yeah.
So helping them figure out some strategies and some steps on getting their credit tightened up. Now, we're not credit counselors, but we can look at some basics on a credit report if someone provides it to us and say, yeah, fix that, work on this. Here are some resources outside of the SBDC that you can take advantage of that will help you on budgeting, help you on credit, and get you in a better spot to come back to us.
Yeah. Well, Tom, this is clearly such a great resource, the Small Business Development Center, for folks that are maybe ready to start taking those first couple steps. What's the best way for them to get in touch with you guys?
So go to our website, delawaresbdc.org. We have our training schedule on there, so you can go to see when our webinars are taking place on how to start a business. Or if you are in business already and you want to see one of us, hit the request advising button and fill the information out, and then we'll get in contact with you.
Fantastic.
Seems pretty easy.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Well, Tom, thank you so much for what you guys do and helping people make their small business dreams come true.
Great. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Coming up on CoastLife, maybe another dream of yours is to create the perfect space for maybe your pool, maybe a place to store your boat. We've got the folks that can make those dreams happen when we get back.